online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Arkham. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello and welcome. We are finally back here for Season 2, Episode 11 of Gotham here on AfterBuzz TV. We need to get right into it. We're back.
Yes.
It's here.
I think it's Episode 12. I think.
It might be Episode 12.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that they usually went 10 weeks. Last year they went 10 weeks, they did go 11 weeks. You are correct, it is Episode 12.
Yes.
As would be said in our own description that's right in front of my eyes.
It's all right. We're just testing, the audience.
I'm off to such a good start. I'm filling in for Michael Andrew, who will hopefully be joining us next week.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be here.
But I'm not alone.
No.
I'm joined, as always, the OG panelist, such as myself.
Right.
Miss Monse Bolanos.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be back for Gotham. I felt like we've been gone forever.
They do this to us.
Ever.
Because they run 10 or 11 weeks
Right.
straight in the fall, and then they take close to that off.
But you know what? As much as it annoys me, I actually really like it. I cover Scorpion, and they came back right away after the break. But, they've been on and off. 1 week off, 1 week. So that's so annoying that it's fine. Make us wait.
Modern Family did that, too. Where they had, 2 weeks in January, and I was like, what are we even doing?
Yeah, and if you're as annoyed, you can tweet me or follow me on Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos. Tell them where they can tweet you and tell you.
They know, but they can follow me at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. We're going to jump right into this episode with the thing everybody's talking about, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. Victor.
Victor Fries.
Victor Fries. Fries
Cool.
before guys.
Fries before guys?
All
is that
day.
an actual thing?
That's my real thing. This is my life. That is seriousness.
We got a tease out from him at the end of last season, because everything got buttoned up pretty well last season. That we just got an intro to, here's a guy, he's freezing people. And that's all we know.
Nathan Darrow.
Yes, Nathan Darrow, who plays him. His wife, Nora, is who I didn't Google yet.
Played by Kristen Hager.
Kristen Hager.
Hager.
So close.
Something like that, yeah.
But it was a perfect job. It was perfect casting, perfect job by both of them.
Both of them.
I like a fairly literal representation of just a villain with a purpose.
I agree.
And a certain moral compass. That dude at the pharmacy, I was actually upset that he was the one who got to live.
The dude at the pharmacy needed to get slapped. For sure. For sure. So I was also that it wasn't his head that came chopped off when Bullock and Jim.
Well, no, that was the
that was a cop, the security.
That was the security guy.
That's what I'm saying. I wish it was the pharmacy.
Yeah, you wish it was flipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
The security guy could have saved some people. But
Yeah.
no,
He could have.
But no, now we got to deal with that pharmacist.
That pharmacist. I know.
That pharmacist, though.
That pharmacist. No, for real though, I would have slapped him. I was like, you are so rude. But we don't know what it's like to be a pharmacist, so I guess we don't.
We don't know. It might be a hard life.
It might be hard. Maybe in Gotham it's extra hard.
Probably. They don't seem to have computers.
Right.
So
right.
He is testing. He's not a doctor. He's Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
And he's testing to help his wife.
Right.
They don't actually say what's wrong with his wife, but they do know that whatever's wrong with her, she needs to go to negative 200 degrees and then get reanimated.
Yes.
I think what we're missing is she goes to negative 200 degrees and gets some kind of surgery that can happen at that degree, or her core temperature.
What I understood was that the freezing would take away the disease.
Yes.
Right.
And I think I'm putting too much thought into it.
Yeah.
I think if she gets to negative 200, and if you bring her back,
she'll be fine.
She's fine.
Disease free.
She's disease free, and now Mr. Freeze has all of the elements, but no wife.
No wife. Yeah, he's figured it out. What was it? A16 was the pharmacist. He comes back to life, and it's crazy how he's there to confess, along with 4 others that have confessed to be
typical Gotham.
Typical Gotham. Everybody wants to be Mr. Freeze
or,
or the cool villain.
Like a post-Joker Gotham, where everyone's just a little insane in this universe. That like, no.
Yeah. It's like,
no,
I'll go.
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then he sees that and he leaves. And I, like you said, really good casting on both the Mr. and the Mrs. I love that she kind of was like, he did this, as like crazy as this is, he did this for me. I'm not gonna, leave him high and dry. I'm gonna have his back. And she doesn't say anything else.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Good wife.
Yeah.
As crazy as your husband
Everything
is.
he did. That
was
said,
for her.
that one line where she mentioned, like, oh, those poor mice.
Yeah.
Is all it took for us to just be like, oh, she's a saint.
Yeah.
Oh, she's literally a saint.
Yeah.
Like, she's the best person ever.
Yeah.
And she's tied to this guy who's doing the most evil things he can possibly do.
The most evil things, but in trying to do it out of love. As awful, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
still,
like,
it's like, he's also, as crazy as he is, he also understands love, and, that's his person.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Martin Sevic, I'm butchering your last name, sir. But in the chat, it was implied that she would be kept on ice until he could cure her. That's the original story to Mr. Freeze. I assume that's what they're doing here.
Yeah.
But it is Gotham, guys.
It is Gotham. I know. You would think that he's going to kidnap her and then keep her for... Yeah.
I mean...
I don't know.
But that would be a good scientific thing to do.
Right.
Would be to make sure you can unfreeze someone before you freeze them.
Yeah, good job.
So, there we go.
Yeah.
So, autopsy on her while they're alive, but stop her heart freezing, so you could do that, and that's AG Bacalupo 96 in the chat.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We will, and thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Vern C as well. Boo 69Bs. I refuse to call you boobies.
But there it goes. So.
A couple people in the chat sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
So we get the little Indian Hill tease at the very end.
Yeah.
That Hugo Strange, Dr. Hugo Strange, not to be confused with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, don't do that.
Different person, different universe. Whole thing. We get sued, they get sued. It's a whole thing. Mm-hmm. He's running Indian Hill as also being in charge of what it was therapy. He was in charge of therapy. At Arkham?
Therapy.
And he discovers that Victor Freeze figured out how to unfreeze reanimation due to cryostasis.
Yes. So he was like, "What? There's no way. I have years till I figured that out." And it's like, nope, somebody else did. And he is creepy. BD Wong.
I love him.
I liked how he did it because you're so used to. At least I'm so used to seeing him on like Law and Order. Mm-hmm. He was on Jurassic World. Yay, shirt. Perfect time to wear the shirt. Didn't even know he was gonna be on it. But it's like very different. He was real eerie.
Yeah, but that's his jam, though.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Because he's on Mr. Robot, which a show I cover here on AfterBuzz TV. BD Wong, I think you're stalking me with your role choices.
Not a bad stalker. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad stalker.
It's a pretty good stalker.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, he was so good this whole episode.
He was really good. He was
and
really
it looks
good.
like he's got a sassy assistant.
Yes,
that we're going to see more of. Miss Peabody.
That's it. Yeah, she is played by Tanya Pinkins.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, Miss Ethel Peabody.
And W.O.T. Seamus, I think it's Watt Seamus. Steve, what do you think Hugo Strange will do in the story without the ability to figure out Batman's secret identity like he has in the comics? Because Hugo Strange was one of the few people to figure out Batman was Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to do a bunch of cool stuff with all of the villains in the revolving door that is Arkham Asylum. Right. Because you get out of Arkham Asylum.
They still have the girl that used the fire. I forgot her name.
Used the fire starter.
Yes.
It's her name.
Yeah, her. Like, they even said, like, they still have her. They hinted at that. Yeah, we didn't see her.
And also, a lot of the Indian Hill stuff, they hinted at a person doing, like some of the, and we also got, like, a brief motion of what appears to be Fish Mooney.
Yes.
In Indian Hill. Indian Hill seems to be where it's at.
Yeah, it seems to be the party. It seems to be the joint.
So this second, I'm picturing Club Indian Hill, and I need to stop.
Not the same. Not the same.
The one loose end from last season that they tie up in the first scene, because they're starting pretty fresh right now, is Gordon killing Gallifan, and then Barnes trying to arrest Gordon, Cobblepot taking down Barnes, Gordon killing Gallifan with Cobblepot, and then Gordon testifying or hearing. It looked more like a hearing.
It looked like a hearing. Like they had been.
It was probably a debrief with the district attorney Harvey Dent.
Right. And I'm sure it wasn't the first one.
I'm sure it was many debriefings where it was just, we need to just get this straight.
Over and over.
tell us the truth, and then he lies because he has to lie.
He has to lie. I mean, he does lie, and he's not the best liar. I just want to be like, look alive, Jim. I'm knocking on my bike.
I'm just
look
saying,
alive.
I'm just saying, if the first two things that were true, you were back here.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that's a lie, you go, yes. It's a pretty obvious tell.
Yeah, like
Jim Gordon. I want to play poker with Jim Gordon.
Right? He has no poker face. Seriously.
Barnes saw through him, and I think Harvey Dent saw through him too. But what are you going to do? Tell a hero cop that he's lying?
Right.
When he's no one to corroborate any other story?
Yeah. But I did like how Barnes, to Harvey Dent, defended Jim.
Yes.
Even though I agree, I think Barnes knows. But to Harvey Dent,
knows exactly.
Oh, for sure, Barnes knows. And to Dent, though, he's like, you have no evidence. Like, it's time to drop it on your end. Mm-hmm. Even though I think he's gonna continue.
Yeah, well, he's just gonna actually handle it because Harvey Dent's more so a politician,
right?
Where he'll do it as long as he looks good. Mm-hmm. Whereas Barnes is just like, no, I'm gonna go get the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm all about work. And
you literally just went and got the bad guy.
Exactly. I was gonna say he didn't like anyone cheering. He was like, no, like, why are you guys cheering? This is our job to take these, these.
Yeah,
I was gonna say bad word.
But no, but like, yeah.
But like all those douchebags that
you
are out
should
there.
never be cheering.
Right, for something that you're expected to do.
Yeah. I think the people who are cheering in that police station were the same kind of people who clap when an airplane lands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like we went from Burbank to Las Vegas. Like this is not a big deal.
This is not a big deal. Yeah, right.
This happens literally every day. Like those people. And do you find Barnes being able to bring Cobblepot in so quickly suspicious?
Yeah, I wish we would have seen a little bit of that. Like, how did you find him? Because we had seen clips of him being like homeless and like hiding in the streets, right?
Vaguely,
vaguely. And then that he saw the newspaper. I mean, not the newspaper, the news. Like he saw that. Oh, we're looking for.
It's day 27. We're looking for him.
Exactly. So it's like, how did you just find him? I wish we would have seen a little bit of it. Because you're right. It was so
Well, no. It's so convenient that I think Barnes is
playing both sides a little bit.
Barnes is too clean.
I agree. I also think.
But he's such a Boy Scout that I've always.
Yeah. He's tough to read because sometimes I'm like, I don't trust you. And then other times I'm like, but I feel like exactly you're like a Boy Scout, like you.
Yeah, like you don't trust him like you don't trust Captain America.
Right.
In the sense that he's like, don't do that because it's wrong. It's like, but
yeah, exactly.
You're not wrong. But like, I want to kill Galavan, and Galavan deserves to die.
Yeah. And he kind of is like, I feel like he's like, you're right, but I'm a Boy Scout, so I still can't. Even if you're right, I can't just let it slide. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's how I felt about that. I think we've been on the same page.
Yeah, with Barnes. Yeah,
that we're just like and it's one of those things that if it turns out that he had been like playing both sides this whole time, where we're like, well, that's a turn. Yeah. Whereas if he were a Boy Scout like this, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're wrong that he's not evil. I'm hoping we're wrong.
I don't want him to be evil. I don't want him to die either.
I don't either.
Both of those seemed very tropish.
Yes.
To happen to him. Yeah. And they haven't happened yet.
Yeah. There's other people to die.
Yeah. There's so many more people to kill.
Yeah. Don't kill Barnes yet.
Butch is still alive.
Yeah. Butch and Tabitha seem to be running the underworld.
I guess.
That's what it was implied in the way it was shot.
Well, it was implied that he's one of the people running the underworld.
Yes.
I think there are there's like a bit of a triumvirate running the underworld right now.
Yeah. Did you see his new hand?
I love his new hand. It was a spinning,
like what do we call a drill? It was a drill. Yes, his hand was a drill.
It was a giant drill bit.
I was like, man, that is creepy. That is scary. Tabitha is a little cray. She's like, I want to be your partner in crime. Whatever I want, you want.
This is actually sane for Tabitha standards.
I guess, but it's like, can you trust her, Butch?
I don't know. They always work together well, though.
They do. Although, so we'll see what happens with them.
Does anybody else? It's us this week.
Anyone?
Does anybody? I think we can get next week them taking over the Gotham's underworld.
Yeah, I hope we see more of it.
Because as of now, it's kind of implied that Butch didn't necessarily take it over. So I'd love to see those two. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see those two take it over. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to jump straight into Cobblepot. But before I do,
yes,
changing an industry isn't easy, but we're seeing it more and more. Just thanks to apps and startups, we're not using taxis or hotels as much. Mm-hmm. And now with Casper, the way we buy mattresses is changing too. I love how these guys turns the commission-driven mattress showroom on its head. And it's not just me that loves it. It's not just me that loves Casper. It's the most awarded mattress of the decade. Named one of the best inventions of 2015 by Time magazine, Casper is a single perfect mattress for all sleepers. It's engineered for supportive comfort and guarantees a great night's sleep. Just like their new sheets and pillow, their unique pillow-in-pillow design is the perfect ratio of squish to support. Casper ships its mattress for free in a surprisingly compact box, so you can try it in your home for 100 nights. Risk-free. That's a third of the year.
It's a third of the year.
Or,
yeah,
I guess almost a third of the year.
Pretty much a third of the year.
Pretty much a third of the year.
That's a long time.
If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you for everything. So for a guaranteed night's sleep, choose the leader in mattress revolution, Casper.
Yeah.
Try it for 100 nights in your own home. Free shipping. Go to Casper.com and use code AFTERBUZZTV for $50 towards the purchase of your mattress. That's Casper.com, code AFTERBUZZTV for $50 towards the purchase of your mattress. Casper.com, terms and conditions apply.
Perfect.
I actually do. A long time ago, a friend of mine told me that, do you know the people who don't make it in the used car salesman world? They wind up selling mattresses at the less than reputable mattress stores.
Got it.
So I actually do like that we need less of those people.
We do.
We need to deal with. Let me rephrase that. Those people can exist.
Right.
We need to deal with those people less.
Yes, I agree. And sleep is important. So
sleep is very important.
Seriously, almost as important as fries. Fries before guys, and then sleep. That's my.
Someone's gonna meme that. I guarantee you, by the time we get out of here,
and then sleep.
Somebody will have taken a screenshot of you, and then it'll just be the giant white text: "Fries before guys."
Yeah, it's important.
Bottom, then sleep.
Then sleep. Yep, that's the story of my life.
She's giving you 24 stills a second. You can find one.
I wish I had fries right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You missed it. I had a bunch of fries with dinner. So Oswald Cobblepot, conveniently captured by Barnes, and I might formulate a prediction in the next 5 minutes about this. But he goes to Arkham, and he tries to take back Arkham. Or some people treat him like just a regular inmate.
He gets some food thrown at him as he walks in.
And he got food thrown at him.
It's great. I thought it was hilarious.
I do too, and but he's not the alpha male type.
No.
Which at a place like Arkham, or at any big yard like that, you'd need to be the alpha male.
Right.
And he tried, but that's just not him.
Not his.
So for him to stand on the table and be like, "I am the king of Gotham,"
and then everyone starts chanting it. That was so funny. I love that. I was like, yeah, he has no command.
He never had
never had it.
He'll gain that influence.
Yeah.
Because he's not the. He doesn't have a Butch.
No, he does not. It's he's needed, though. Butch needs him in the same way that he needs a Butch,
But, him by himself in a situation like that?
Yeah. No bueno.
No bueno.
Yeah, and he confesses to the murder, and I love that he supports Jim.
Yes.
That he's like, no, I did it. Jim wasn't there. Whatever he said, so good. I was like, yay, friendship.
Were you also thinking that he was, because Jim still owes him one?
Yeah.
And when he said that, I honestly thought, I was like, is this the one? I don't think you can use it there.
I don't think it's the one. I think it's just, I truly feel like Cobblepot really wants a relationship with Jim just to always have.
Yes.
So it's this is just saying, hey, we're still cool. But I don't think this was his payback to Jim. Does that make sense?
No, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be it, and he can still hold it. But then he just goes to Arkham? Cobblepot has to have a plan.
Yeah, but he says he's insane. That's what it, when he's talking to Barnes, he's like, I'm insane. So then he quickly goes to Arkham.
Okay, last season I taught a lot of Gotham City civics. This season I'm going to talk a lot about Gotham City justice. Apparently, you confess to murder.
Yeah.
Admit you're insane. And then they just throw you in Arkham without a judge.
Yeah.
Without a court order.
Nothing.
Without
it
a doctor seeing you until you make it to Arkham.
I mean, Hugo Strange is the doctor that sees him.
But
in Arkham.
But he's in jail.
He's already
in
there.
Jail.
Right.
Jail is where you go to wait to go to prison. Arkham's a prison.
Yeah.
They just straight put him to prison. They didn't try him at all.
Well, it is Penguin.
That is fair.
But I agree. It's he just straight up. It literally went from the holding cell.
He went.
To Arkham.
He literally went from jail to prison without a courtroom.
And not even a jail, the holding cell in the precinct. Like, not
right,
even
he
really.
didn't even, like...
Yeah, the guy grabs him and he's like, "You're insane, right? Taking you to Arkham."
Wait, what? Don't I get to...
There's no justice?
Like,
no?
Isn't this America?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's Gotham.
That's fair.
It's not. It's Gotham.
It's fair.
I love it.
Also, there's an interim mayor that we haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Who may or may not have been the same mayor that we've known for a while, because he's back.
Right.
Sorry, next week I'll get more into some Gotham civics.
More Gotham civics,
a civics lesson of Gotham civics. But where else are we with Cobblepot? Cobblepot gets to meet Hugo Strange.
Right.
Love this characterization of Hugo Strange.
I do too. I like how we talked about it a little bit, but BD Wong did a great job. I see a lot of tension between that. Like, I mean, I know we're not supposed to go into predictions, but we might as well. We're almost there. We're pretty much almost there. So let's just go into predictions, I guess.
Well, we can
just
talk
do
about
this
Strange. Yeah,
okay. So I said it to you. Like, I think he is gonna get killed. And honestly, I think he'll get killed by somebody like Cobblepot. Because Cobblepot, he's going to drive him nuts. And I know you were like, well, does he have a kid? Like, is he, where's the next BD one?
Who is going to be the
Hugo Strange?
Who is the Hugo Strange that figures out that Bruce Wayne is Batman?
Yeah, so I guess maybe he doesn't die, but this show does whatever they want. This show does whatever they want. And I just feel like Cobblepot, especially because he already brought up the whole death of Theo and his mom, and in his little recorder, he's like, has a very weird relationship with his deceased mother.
That's true.
Like, you hit those buttons to Cobblepot is gonna hit you.
Well, yes.
So that's what I...
But I think you're right that Cobblepot defeating Strange makes him so much stronger heading into a season 3. So that we can spend from now to the summer with him just yeah, I think that would be the best bet. I don't think he's going to kill him, though.
He might, and you know what? He might not. But there's going to be...
him. He's going to defeat him.
Yes, there's going to be conflict. There's going to be a battle between the two. And then, like you said, put him away for a couple season or something, and then he'll come back.
Yeah, and then he can come back.
And then he can come back. But there has to... Yeah, like, them two cannot live happily at Indian Hill or at Arkham.
Not at all.
So maybe Penguin will escape, which...
Duh.
Fish is maybe going to be the person who helps them escape. Why not?
Is that what we're thinking?
I think she has to either come back and reach out to either Butch, but you're not going to reach out to Butch when there's Tabitha.
Yeah, but have we heard that? Like, I feel like, or is that why she wasn't at the Oscars last night? Was Jada Pinkett Smith not at the Oscars last night as a complete subterfuge to the fact she's back on Gotham?
She's back. I read it. Isn't she supposed to for sure be back this half of the season?
I didn't hear that. Someone will mention that in the chat if that is true.
Yeah, I was under the impression that it was confirmed that she was back for this half of the season.
I would love that. I feel like somebody would have tweeted that at me.
No, did I dream this?
I have some. You may have dreamed this. Because we talk a lot about how Fish Mooney is not done. The Fish Mooney's definitely...
Check it, mira.
Also, Doctor Strange is good enough. I'm sorry, Hugo Strange is good enough to make an inmate gouge their own eyes out.
What?
Dr. Hugo Strange made an inmate gouge their own eyes out.
That was so creepy.
That's what I was thinking of. I'm trying not to fill the time. All I'm gonna say is that if Fish Mooney comes back, she wouldn't help Cobblepot. She would try to, like, if anything we see... Yeah, I don't think we see her. Okay, so right here, Jada Pinkett Smith returning as Fish Mooney in season 2. Okay.
Multiple season 2 episodes.
Okay, then
confirmed Smith's return, but declined to provide details about the crime boss.
Oh, well then I'm incorrect. And I'm not alone. Watch Seamus and Steven Starr in the chat both said Jada did say, or no, okay. I heard she's back, but I haven't read anything. We're reading something. Okay, so she's at Indian Hill.
Yeah.
And then Cobblepot's gonna run into her.
Yes. That's totally what I think. I think they'll escape together.
That sounds like a good time. That sounds like a good segue into predictions.
Okay, let's do official predictions.
The predictions are now official.
Are they official?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Boom.
All right. We already covered a bit of Indian Hill.
Yeah, totally.
Because we're jumping back into essentially a new season.
We really are.
Do we think Barnes alive or dead?
By the end of the season?
By the end of the season, Barnes alive or dead?
Alive.
I also think alive.
Okay, what about Wayne Enterprises and the whole liquid helium that they're only one of 2 producers of it? What are we gonna find out? We get Lucius Fox in this episode, and he's like, "No, this was a thing. There was a project, but it was canceled about 3 years ago. I don't know why. We're gonna find out more about it."
Absolutely. I think Victor Fries worked there.
Victor Fries
I think Victor Fries either worked there or was one of the contractors that had access to the liquid helium.
Or what's his face? Hugo Strange.
That would be too convenient. So yeah, you're right, probably.
Just because that's what I'm really interested about that.
Fish Mooney, end of the episode, alive or dead?
Alive. End of the season?
End of the season, alive?
Alive.
I think alive, but she stays in Indian Hill.
Yes, alive, just to see if maybe, hey, another reappearance in season 3.
Gordon and his bae, broken up or married?
Isn't she pregnant?
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant. So she loses the baby. But she's alive.
She's alive. Are they going to get married? Are they still engaged? Are they still together?
I don't even know if they're engaged. Are they engaged?
Are they engaged?
I don't know.
They're engaged in real life.
In real life.
It's been too long. I'll be back.
I know. They're engaged in real life. I say she loses the baby. They stay together for a little longer.
I say she turns evil and then dies because did you see her in Deadpool?
She's pretty good.
She's pretty good. I don't think she's going to do TV anymore.
Yeah, and I don't like her in this because I think she's evil, and I liked her in Deadpool because, so good job, Morena Baccarin.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think she's evil.
Do you think Gordon will be commissioner by the end of this season?
No, I hope not.
No,
I hope not. Nigma. Nigma's lying to Gordon about what he did for Cobblepot. Because he was like, I made a mistake, I trusted him. And then when he was being held, he's like, hey.
Yep.
And
oh, no, he's evil. Nigma on the force by the end of the season.
What force?
The GCPD. Like, still doing forensics for the GCPD and playing it straight.
Yeah, he has to do that for a little bit longer, I think.
I think we're just about through the Dexter thing they're doing.
Yes.
Can Jerome be in Indian Hill from EV Party 97?
Jerome?
He got shot in the face.
I don't.
I think he's there, but I think he got shot in the face.
Like, you think he's dead? They're just doing experiments on him.
I think he's dead, but they're gonna figure something out, and they might bring him back.
Like a zombie?
A zombie Jerome?
Not a zombie Jerome, but he has to be brain dead, and they have to bring him back, so he's not gonna be really there if they bring him back.
Still, but that's how I see him coming back.
As much as I like Jerome, if they bring him back, that's going to lose me a little bit because he was shot in the face.
Yes.
Like, don't play with me.
Is that where you're drawing the line?
Don't play with me. Yeah, like
on Fox's Gotham.
Theo's gone, and Theo may have had him. Like,
fair
but
enough,
as much as I liked Jerome, the character, everything about him, if he comes back, you're going to lose me a little bit.
Okay.
That's just me.
I think if he comes back, there will be heavy-handed science to explain that he's a zombie and he's not the same, and you'll still be on board. And we'll be talking about how you'll still be on board.
Fine. It better be so well explained that it doesn't. Yeah, it's just he was shot in the face.
Eric Olin in the chat is right. He was stabbed.
He was stabbed.
He was
in the face.
No, remembering his
neck.
Eyes. Yeah, he was
like in the neck. Yeah, you're.
He got his throat cut.
All right.
He got his throat cut.
But that's dead. That's still a lot of blood.
That's dead.
That's dead.
Even in Gotham terms. Am I going to have to get a third segment that's Gotham Science?
Gotham Science? Yeah, it was in the neck. Like, you're gone like that if you get stabbed in the neck. We just saw that on The Walking Dead.
Fair enough.
Like last week.
So
you're done.
They slit his throat. They slit his throat in episode 3. I think he's done. Do you have any more predictions?
No.
I actually really like this rapid fire way.
Yeah, like back and forth. I did too. No, I think that's it. That's it. Miss Peabody's character is gonna grow.
Oh yes,
like a lot. Like
sassy.
Yeah,
sassy. I love it.
Yeah, and she could be one of those characters that dies. That's like becomes bigger in this season, and then possibly.
Martin in the chat. I think Hugo Strange, as the head of Indian Hill, has been contracted to create zombie Talons, and they will combine the zombie Talons with his classic Monster Men, and then his Monster Men will be prototype zombie Talons.
Perfect.
I think he's a writer for the show. But if people wanted to talk to you about Gotham in the meantime.
In the meantime, if you think, Fishman is going to be back this season, which I think so.
That seems more logical.
Several episodes. Or if you want to talk to me about anything else, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos. What about you?
Oh, man, where can the people find me? The people can find me on Twitter at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. I'm also on Instagram, but I only Instagram on Thursdays, and that's Steve_Kaufmann, KAUFMANN. I do a lot of shows here at AfterBuzz TV, and I tweet about them way too much, to be quite honest.
Way too much. So you can follow him and,
You can follow me. I'll tweet about it all the time. You can tweet at me about any of the shows I cover, including wrestling, Muppets, Modern Family.
Keep going.
Suits. Suits is having a finale this week.
Ooh, big.
Mr. Robot comes back. Suits will come back at that time. Tough Enough if I'm not on Tough Enough. All the things. Tweet at me there.
So find him.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.